Hi there, this is John here. I'm your host for the Property Leverage Network Glasgow. On the other line, I've got Fiona Orr, our guest speaker for the October meeting. Now it's on October the 24th, and just remember it's the new venue now at the Pond Hotel. I've known Fiona for, I would say, two and a half years. And she's a very unassuming lady, very elegant. I would like her to tell you more about a little bit about herself. Fiona, over to you.
Well, hi, John, and thanks for that very nice introduction. Yeah, I'll be coming along to the property meeting at the Pond Hotel in October, and I hope to share with everybody there just a little bit about my background and my property journey, and some of the pitfalls and some of the things that kind of hit you out of the left field that maybe you hadn't reckoned on. So anyway, my background is I was in the health service. I was a manager of a large district general hospital in Ayrshire, and really enjoyed that type of work. However, was always interested in property, and I thought the ideal opportunity when I retired would be to try and get into property. And so I started kind of working in property, or at least getting my education in property, perhaps before I retired, in order to kind of have some sort of background to build on. And so probably about a year before I retired, I got some education around property and linked in to some of the gurus and the property people. And I don't regret that at all. I think it has stood me in good stead. One of the passions that I have in property is commercial property.
All right.
And so I think that whether it's a small commercial unit or a very large commercial unit, I think the type of tenant that you get will look after your property. That's number one, and pay you your rent in time, which is also very important. So I perceive, and I'm not saying that it's carte blanche or it's this case. This is the case in every case, no. But I perceive that commercial tenants tend to give you less stress, less hassle than perhaps some of the residential tenants might do.
I fully agree. Full repairing insurance lease.
Yes.
I used to keep my landlord very sweet when I had my fish and chip shop. Yeah. You had no problems for me at all.
Uh-huh. So anyway, I mean, I wanted to talk a little bit about my property journey at the meeting in October, and I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the pitfalls, some of the things that you just don't legislate for, and just generally have a chat with the rest of the community that you have, the very nice people that come along month on month, and it's absolutely growing, John, and it's a pleasure to see you.
Thank you very much, Fiona. And I just want everybody to know what an inspiration Fiona is. She's very quiet, unassuming, but she's done loads and great things in property since I've known her. So if there was somebody that's new to property, Fiona, is there any sort of like advice you have to give them if they're new to property or quite new?
I would never underestimate the value of getting good property education, and I mean really good property education. And also, if you can, get a good mentor, somebody that's going to look out for you, somebody that's going to say, I wouldn't do that, but I would maybe think about this. That is invaluable.
I agree with you 100% on that. Somebody who has a more holistic view or has been and done it before, and it could save you a whole bucket of pain.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, I think we don't want to talk everything in the interview, or you'll have nothing to say when you get here. So remember, everybody, it's October the 24th. at the Pond Hotel, Shelley Suite. Fiona and myself will be there waiting for you. Thank you very much. Thanks, Fiona.
Thanks,
See you
John.
then.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.